Narration in the style of Lindsay Ellis. Adventure music starts, quiet but building. Hello everyone! Today we're diving into Chapter 4 of Renna's epic journey, The Serpent's Call. The morning after narrowly escaping their pursuers, Renna awoke to an unnerving calm. She stirred from a restless sleep, her mind a whirlwind of fractured visions and unanswered questions. There on the table sat the crown, pulsating faintly like a heartbeat. She reached out, hesitating as her fingers hovered over its surface. This crown, despite its unassuming appearance, held undeniable and terrifying power. Dreams again? Tovek's voice pulled her from her thoughts. He stood at the doorway, his arms crossed, eyes wary. Renna nodded. Not dreams, memories, fragments of Eloria's past, the crown. It's showing me things, but it's like a puzzle and the pieces don't fit. Tovek stepped closer, his eyes narrowing. And what exactly did it show you? Renna leaned back, exhaling slowly. The serpent and the sun, it's not just a symbol, it's a balance. Eloria thrived because of it, but their greed tipped the scales and the city fell. And now it's calling to you? Tovek asked. You think you're supposed to restore this balance? I don't know, Renna admitted, but the crown wants something, and it won't let me go until I figure out what. Their conversation was interrupted by heavy footsteps above deck. Weapons ready, they emerged cautiously, only to be greeted by a lone, cloaked figure. Renna Kyle, he said, his voice smooth and deep. You've been chosen. Chosen for what? Renna demanded, tightening her grip on her knife. To finish what was started centuries ago, the man replied, lowering his hood to reveal piercing green eyes and a face etched with glowing symbols. The crown has chosen its bearer, and with it the burden of restoring what was lost. Tovek growled, stepping protectively in front of Renna. Who are you to decide that? I am merely a guide, the man said. The serpent and the sun are out of harmony, and the world suffers for it. The crown's power is a key, one that must be used wisely or not at all. Renna swallowed hard. And if I don't want this burden, what then? The man's expression darkened. You've already accepted it, whether you realize it or not. The crown chose you for a reason, but know this, you are not the only one who seeks its power. Others are coming for you, and they will stop at nothing. The stranger's warning proved true. Days later, Renna and Tovek were pursued by new threats, mercenaries, scholars turned warriors, and enigmatic figures. Each confrontation pushed Renna closer to the brink, the crown's whispers growing louder. It was no longer just a relic, it was a living force. One night, as they camped on the edge of a vast desert, Renna awoke with a start. The visions had returned, clearer than ever. She saw a temple, half buried in the sands, its entrance flanked by twin statues of the serpent and the sun. Inside, a chamber bathed in golden light where an ancient artifact rested, a counterpart to the crown, its true balance. Turning to Tovek, Renna's voice was urgent. We have to go north, to the desert. The crown's other half, it's there. Are you sure? Tovek asked, his expression skeptical yet concerned. It's not a choice, she said, her voice steady despite the fear. If we don't find it, the crown's power will consume me, and anyone else who tries to take it. With no time to waste, they set off at dawn, the desert's expanse stretching before them. The journey was grueling, the sun relentless, the nights cold, but Renna pressed on, driven by the crown's pull and the knowledge that time was running out. Finally, they reached the temple just as Renna had seen in her vision. Inside, the air grew thick with energy, the walls lined with murals depicting Eloria's history. At the chamber's center stood a pedestal, and upon it, a golden amulet shaped like a sunburst. Renna approached, her heart pounding. The amulet called to the crown, its glow intensifying. She reached out, her fingers trembling as they closed around the artifact. A surge of energy exploded through the chamber, the murals coming to life. The serpent and the sun filled the air with a deafening roar. Renna fell to her knees, clutching the crown and the amulet as their power surged through her. Visions overwhelmed her, a world reborn, balanced by the harmony of the serpent and the sun.